Welcome to Sacred Journey Lab Official, where you and I grow in our spiritual journey together. My name is Mystical Lee, and I'm here to help you in this video today. First of all, learn meditation. What is it? I mean, we've heard a lot of people give their idea of what meditation is. But what really is it, in fact? Well, we're going to dive into the definition of the word meditation. I'm going to give you a few really good purposes for meditation, reasons to meditate. And in this video, I'm going to unveil one trick for those who are monkey-minded or known as restless meditators on how you can hack into a meditative state and maybe eventually even be able to incorporate some traditional methods along the way. So buckle up and let's get this started. All right, here we go. Meditation. What is it really about? Well, according to the definition, meditation means to know yourself deeply. Simple as that. Know yourself deeply. So, to meditate means getting to know yourself deeply. Now, when you hear the word, you picture someone sitting there in this position. Oh, wait. And while that traditional type of method is very, 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 very good for getting into interesting altered states of the mind and body and spirit, not everyone, at least at the beginning, can pull that off. So how do you meditate if traditional methods like breath work or sitting in one position with your spine straight and nothing holding you up and keeping your mind clear doesn't work for you? What can you do? Well, I'm here to tell you, not all is lost. As a matter of fact, you might already be meditating and not even know that that is exactly what you're doing. I'll give you an example. Journaling can be one effective way of getting into a meditative state. Meditation, after all, is about examining your thoughts, and journaling is a very easy way of examining your thoughts. And you can journal prompts in, like questions to ask yourself, maybe to help get your mindset back on track instead of veering off in a negative way. Journaling causes one to focus on their breath sometimes as they think about the next thing they want to write. Journaling makes you become conscious of the things that are bothering you when you may not always realize why you feel frustrated that day. As you journal, those things might actually come to light and you get to read it back and see for yourself your thought patterns, the emotional tides that go with those patterns. And by seeing that, you're able to give yourself breathing room over time and eventually give yourself an off-ramp so you don't have any more stress, or at least a whole lot less than you did before. Journaling isn't your cup of tea. Then what about a nice long shower or bath with some really good music playing in the background? Something positive, something uplifting, something that does not have words that echo back to you the possible problems of your life or of someone else's. Something that is only positively reinforcing as you take that shower or that bath. And by doing that and closing your eyes and relaxing and breathing in the feeling of that water hitting you, or you laying in it and it's floating you and making you a little bit more weightless, you can drift into a calmer state, a meditative state. When you are feeling peaceful and calm, you are in fact in that meditative state. From that emotion, peace, calm, tranquility, that is where you are able to access chemicals releasing from your brain that go into your body that help to heal things that are wrong with you, lift up your mood. It connects you to a deeper part of yourself that is usually unknown because of our day-to-day busy nature, and we never take the time to just chillax, calm down, go within, and know ourselves. So anytime that you are feeling peaceful, calm, deep states of gratitude, of love, you are in fact accessing the brain waves that come with meditation. So, those couple of things that I told you, there's plenty more. You could sing, you could zone out on an informational video that actually helps you understand aspects of your mind, your emotions, your psychology, if that works for you. All kinds of things that you can do that don't necessarily follow the traditional meditation rules and regulations, okay? So there's something for you. Find your personal way that you can tap into that tranquility, that state of gratitude, love, and peace and calm, and go from there. Once you're able to tap into that feeling at will, after you've made a practice out of it, it'll be easier and easier to reach that feeling and gain new insight, gain new creative solutions to things that you formerly thought as problems, but now you can own yourself a little more so they don't seem as big. So think about that, all right? So that is the tip right there, is find your personal monkey mind style, okay? You know, I want to get into a few of the purposes that meditation is good for and things you can maybe focus on as you do your meditative practice, whether it's painting or writing or anything, okay? One purpose is to disrupt unwanted habitual actions and thought patterns. It is meant to disrupt those, especially if you use it in the midst of like you're a cigarette smoker. You decide you want a cigarette, right? You have them, but you want to quit. Eventually, over time, if you continue finding your special meditative practice, as a man that I've seen on YouTube, Daryl Anka, I believe, he channels for Bashar. He says to follow your passion, follow the choice of most excitement. Does it excite you to have a cigarette? Or does it excite you to write a new poem? Or does it excite you to sing a song more? Even if it's just the littlest bit of more exciting, is there something just a little more exciting for you in the moment than actually having that cigarette? And then follow that line of thought. And in a way, that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm a cigarette smoker, and I wanted to have a cigarette, but I'm making this video instead. And, you know, maybe over time, this will actually work for me, where this becomes my new cigarette. Making videos here on YouTube, helping you as I'm helping myself. So, there you go. There's one. To disrupt unwanted habitual actions and thoughts. 2, another purpose is to calm the mind and body. And it goes without saying that if your mind and body are calm, it is going to disrupt those unwanted things. So it kind of builds in it, if you think about it. 3 is to get in alignment with the realm where infinite possibilities and infinite choice exist. The place of free will is not necessarily here. It's in the higher mind. It's in the place of calm and serenity, and in that space is where you give yourself a cushion between the passage of time. The things that seem like problems. And you're able to see it from a distance, get a clearer picture of the bigger picture. And from there, you're able to be open to not just infinite possibilities, but also the infinite choices you actually have that you could not see when you were in a state of anxiety, fear, anger, depression. So it helps to bring you to a higher state of being, a higher state of mind, a calmer perspective, a more positive outlook. It helps you tap into your creativity. That's number 4 here. It helps you create and create and create, because when you're tapping into that realm of infinite possibility and choice, again, we're building on one another here, you have boundless creativity. You will never run out of ideas. And if you are, you know, you're in one little niche and you feel like you have run out of everything you've got to say in that one little niche, you are able to gain some confidence. Creativity, you know, with creativity comes confidence. You're able to gain some confidence that you don't have to stay in that niche if it's no longer serving what your highest excitement, your best passion for that time. Following your passion doesn't have to be any one thing. It could just mean what is best for that day. That's why you got a lot of YouTube creators that they got videos on all kinds of things, and times it looks like a complete giant mess. My first YouTube channel looks like that right now. You can go over and look. It's at Sacred Journey Lab without the official. Go look. Go see what I was doing. Go see how all over the place I was. Because I was experimenting with me, with what I like, what I don't like. I was experimenting with what I wanted to do and finding out I didn't want to do it. So, like, you want to see some ADHD kind of YouTube channel? Go over there. At Sacred Journey Lab without the official at the end of it. Okay? Go look. Or search up Mystical Lee. With a K. Mystical with a K. Anyway, I digress. But the point is that you don't have to stay on the same path all the time. You don't want to get stagnant. You don't want to burn out. So keep that in mind when you hear people say follow your passion, but then they try to box you into a single niche when they're also saying follow your passion. The two don't fit. They don't fit. So if you're feeling frustrated that you don't know what your passion is, as the guy who channels Bashar said, look at the choice before you in the moment. You know, if the only two choices you have is washing the dishes or cooking dinner, which one do you feel more passionate to do? Which one excites you more? Do you want to wash dishes or do you want to cook? And then follow that. And that will build into another level of seeing a choice for following your passion and your excitement. And eventually bigger doors will open and you will start a momentum up, as he says. You will start a momentum where ideas will come to you for something to try to see if you're passionate about it or not. And those will open up. So on and so forth. And it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So tap into your creativity, meditate. And then we already kind of talked about this in the building process. The fifth one is you get to see previously hidden solutions for situations that you are facing. And you also get to see the choices that you can make that may actually help to influence those outcomes of those scenarios. So there's 5 really great reasons that we should meditate as the human race, population. We should meditate. Now, side note, it is important that you establish time every day for it. Very important. Now, if you're new to it, I don't suggest exactly boxing yourself into any one time of day, each day to do it in the beginning, because everybody is unique and your best time to meditate might be different than mine or someone else's. That also goes with the idea of how long should you meditate. When I started, I couldn't meditate for more than 5 minutes. Okay? As far as traditional goes. And I'd come away feeling really frustrated. Now, as far as traditional meditation goes, I can actually do about 15, maybe 20 minutes, in a traditional sense, sitting, hands on my knees, breath work. I kind of do feel the need for the, as Bashar puts it, permission slip for music to be playing to help keep my mind present. My mind will still go wandering, but it helps me to bring it back a little faster. When it comes to meditation music, I generally listen to things that don't have words in it. And if I do listen to something with words in it, I have a very, very, very select, tiny playlist that I put onto a repeat. Because those particular words actually help my imagination, which imagination is necessary in meditation, by the way. It helps it to explore itself. So, and if you're wondering who I listen to as far as songs that actually have words in it, you can look him up. His name is Truth Seekah. It's TruthSeekah, all one word. Look him up. He's really good. He's got a good song called I Am. You can start with that. You can even see me in his video. His official video, ladies and gentlemen. He's a great artist. You'll love him. And so, yeah, make sure to establish time every day. As you get further down the road, it will be more helpful to you for your analytical mind to eventually figure out, if you're jumping around throughout the day, different times of meditating, to figure out what part of the day, and keep a journal and, track your progress. What time of the day do you find is the best time for you to get in that meditative state, get into that tranquility and that peaceful happiness, where your thoughts are no longer a burden anymore, but they are at least quiet, if not even helpful. For me, I have found that waking up really early, which is kind of not what I like to do. I always say I am not a morning person, but for this practice, I have become a morning person. So I can no longer say I'm not a morning person anymore. I have transformed just doing this. Now I am a morning person. I actually look forward to waking up at, yes guys, god-awful time, 3:30 in the morning. Sometimes I don't always make it, but I'm usually up by no later than 4:35 a.m. No later. And I like to take that time in the early morning when no one around is up, because I live in an apartment complex, so you can hear everything. So everyone's still asleep, and traffic isn't whizzing by, and everything's quiet, and my brain waves are still at that kind of drowsy state when you wake up, which is perfect for getting into meditation. I'd heard it a lot, but I only recently decided to try it. And I found out that it really is the truth. They say, right when you wake up or as you're going to bed are the two best times for real deep meditation. I can't get down with the whole before I go to bed. I'm sorry, I just fall asleep. I don't even know if I did it. But right when I wake up in the morning, before I even hit my coffee pot, I go in the kitchen, I grab a bottle of water. Water is good. Water is a conductor. And I go back in my room, I keep the lights off, I throw on my meditation music, and I focus on my breathing. And I really can actually get into a very amazing mood. And that is a very important thing for me, because I have the tendency to slip into very deep states of depression. So this has been very, very, very helpful. So traditional methods are definitely worth the effort. However, again, if you're beginning, if you've got a monkey mind, you wanted to try to meditate, but every time you try the alms and whatnots, you feel silly or whatever, okay? You're self-conscious. It doesn't matter what it is. Intrusive thoughts, who cares? Who cares? It's all monkey-minded, okay? It's all a restless meditation, right? Start with this non-traditional method of finding your own personal joy and extending it out, making it into a meditation practice. You can add things. You can write and hear music. You can write and then paint about what you wrote. You can mix and match and give yourself a space of 2 hours of just mixing and matching different things that are your bliss. And by the end of it all, you're going to feel like you're vibrating. You're going to feel like you've had a runner's high happen. You're going to feel good when you've done that and you actually take it seriously. So there's my number one, first and foremost tip to remember about meditation and the purposes and the definition. Remember, meditation is to know yourself deeply. So to meditate is getting to know yourself deeply. I want to thank you for hanging out with me today at Sacred Journey Lab. And remember, hit that like button. Share this video if you find that it might be helpful for someone else. Save it as a reminder for yourself in a playlist. And don't forget to subscribe also, so that you can get notified of the latest content that's coming out. I love you guys, and I will see you soon. Bye.